Hey guys, it's time for another Mr. Tasty's review. I think number 4 it is.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it off.
And I've got a little treat for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing my one of my favorite beers from one of my favorite brewing companies here in California. I think they're in Fort Bragg. They go by North Coast Brewery. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours north of San Francisco, to figure out where that is. And I wanted to highlight a few things about this particular beer that I find to be most appealing. And so let's just get right into it. Bam! So first and foremost, the beer that I chose is the Brother Thelonious. And the reason why I chose this is because it's an Abbey style Belgian beer ale. And I like it because it has a lot of character to it. If you're a big fan of IPAs, this is like the exact opposite of an IPA. It's not hoppy at all. Instead, it's a lot of malty, has a lot of alcohol content to it. It's right about a 9.4% alcohol content. So if you don't like tasting a whole lot of alcohol in your beer, this isn't the beer for you. The reason why I chose this is because it has a lot of character, has a lot of complexity, and that's just what I have in my beers. That's just what I like. So there's only one way to drink this type of beer, and that is through either a tulip glass or a goblet or a globe glass, which is what this is. So I picked this up after work today for about 15 bucks. I think you get 2 of them for 15 bucks, so it's not that bad. But once you go this quality of beer, it's kind of hard to go back to, you know, just a regular pint glass, which do have its uses for certain beers. But anyways, so let's just pour this and see what happens. Nice color, not that foamy, and leave it right there. So a little bit about Brother Thelonious. It's a Belgian style Abbey ale. So if you like Abbey ales, Belgian styles, then this beer is definitely for you. Give it a try. And here we go. Here we go. International Beer Day. That's where it's at. Halloween, Christmas. It's all about beer day. So right away, you get the alcohol. It's about a 9.4%. I think I said that. And smells very malty, pretty strong. It tastes really strong, almost kind of like a metallic flavor to it. But I think that's the kind of the alcohol beating the other flavors to your palate quickly. It is recommended that you drink 1 pint at a time. This is a bomber, so technically it's 2 beers, about beer and a half. They do have them in 4-packs if that's your thing. If you're used to drinking regular sized beers, and they do have those available. But I prefer the bombers just because it's easy to carry around and it's easy to drink, because I just put this little stopper in it and put it in the fridge. It's pretty easy. Yeah, a lot of flavor there. It's almost too much a little bit. It's about a 9.4% alcohol. So it's pretty strong. So let's just get right into the grading criteria thing. So convenience, they are located, the actual brewery is in Fort Bragg, California, which, like I said, is about an hour and a half north of San Francisco, if you're trying to figure out where that is geographically. They do have these in, you can buy them in Whole Foods, you can buy them in almost every grocery store. Is starting to pick up on the concept of craft beers, popular beers that people want to get into, not just like the basic bitch beers that you'll always see in grocery stores. So I think a lot of Lucky's, Safeway, Food Max, Costco might have these as well. Bel Air, other grocery stores in the East Coast might have these things, and it's pretty tasty. So in terms of convenience, it's rates really high. It's pretty easy to get one. Even if you're not in California, you don't need to be in California to buy one. Taste, again, this is kind of subjective, so I'll leave this a little open. I'm not gonna grade too harshly on this, simply because beer is one of those things where you just can't downgrade it because you don't agree with the palate, you don't agree with the flavors. So for me, I personally like Belgians. I personally like Abbey ales, triples, quads. that type of Scotch ales. I'm pretty big on the alcohol content because I think a lot of flavor comes through. Just as long as it's not too high, right around 9% is where I cut off my limit in terms of alcohol complexity. The international bitter units on this thing is almost non-existent. It is a bomber, so it's 1 pint and 9.4 flowing ounces. It's like the size of a wine bottle. It's 750 milliliters, so it's the size of a wine bottle. So if you can polish off a bottle of wine a night, you can easily do one of these. So yeah, in terms of quality, of course, it ran me about $9. But if you think about it, $9 for 2 beers isn't really that bad. You go to a bar and it's maybe like $4.50, so it is about average. So it's not that, you know, spectacularly cheap. Of course, you wouldn't be because it is high quality. North Coast Brewery makes some has a really good range of beers. I think they have one Pilsner. They have a La Merle, they have a Saison, they have, I think they just came out with an IPA, but I don't know what it's called. They also have another one called Prankster, which is very popular, golden Belgian ale, which is really good. It's just not like my favorite. So if you happen to get a chance to check them out, go to northcoastbrewery.com and find out if they have any tours. Last time I checked, I don't think they do tours, but they do have a brewery. I think they do have a tap room where you can get, you know, food and stuff like that, merchandise. I haven't gotten any merchandise yet, but I think I'm going to. So you guys enjoy your International Beer Day. Thanks for stopping by. It's a pleasure doing these reviews. I think I might do one tomorrow or the next day. I'm not quite sure. But enjoy your International Beer Day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.